The Elimination Chamber is this Saturday, and we are finally going to enter the final stretch of the road to WrestleMania. And by YouTube law, being a wrestling content creator, I must do a prediction video on said PLE. I've already released a video talking about if The Rock doesn't get involved in the Elimination Chamber and if The Rock does get involved in the Elimination Chamber, but I got more to say on that subject, so don't worry, this won't be a rerun. But I'm going to talk about the whole card in general, the whole card as a whole. So first off, let's start with the Women's Elimination Chamber. We have Bayley, Roxanne Perez from NXT, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss returning after 2 years hiatus. Well, she returned at the Royal Rumble. And then we have Bianca Belair and Naomi, a tag team that just lost their titles. So I think that will play into the overall picture. I bet the workhorse of the Elimination Chamber is going to be Bayley. I can see definitely Bayley being like the number one person and going for a very long time. I see Bayley in there for a very long time, but she will eventually eat the pin from Roxanne Perez, who will set up a program because they've definitely been flirting with a program between those two. And well, Bayley doesn't have really much going on, and if she doesn't win the Elimination Chamber, which she's not, we could have this matchup, the feud going into WrestleMania. That could be that right there. Now, I don't know if they do it at WrestleMania or if they do it at NXT's WrestleMania, which is, what is it, Stand and Deliver? I'm not 100% sure what the NXT equivalent to WrestleMania is, but I think we could definitely have Bayley and Roxanne Perez there. And the final nail in the coffin, the final tipping point of why they hate each other enough to have a feud is going to be right here when Roxanne Perez somehow, some way costs Bayley the win. And it's probably, I could see Roxanne just straight up pinning her even. That said, Roxanne Perez, she's also not winning. Roxanne Perez, her job here is to look good and credible amongst main event talent. Kind of like last year with Tiffany Stratton, in that Tiffany, she wasn't designed to win going into WrestleMania. She was too new to the main roster. Roxanne Perez is too new to the main roster, but that's not an insult. It just means that she needs time to be seen as a main event player. And this was a great start to Tiffany, who by the end of the year, well, she was a main eventer. She won the title. She won the Money in the Bank, and then she was on her way to winning the Women's Championship. And that's what's going on with Roxanne right here. So she's not going to win, but it just looks good, shoulder to shoulder with all these great women. Then we go to Liv Morgan, and originally, I thought it was going to be Liv Morgan. Originally, I definitely thought it was going to be Liv Morgan, and then Liv Morgan would go to Monday Night Raw, where Io Sky and Rhea Ripley were having a match for the title. And I was thinking that Liv Morgan was going to get involved, try to make it where Rhea lost and Io wins, so Liv Morgan could fight Io and not Rhea because she's afraid of Rhea, and that Rhea seems to have her number. And then that would result in a double DQ or something like that, which would then result in a triple threat between Rhea, Io, and Liv Morgan. I haven't totally dismissed that idea, but I think it's less likely now because we now have new women tag team champions in Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez won the titles on Raw in a very, very excellent match. If you have not seen it, please go and watch Bianca Naomi versus Liv and Raquel. Such a good match. But now that Liv is tag team champion, I could see her still going for the heavyweight title, or the world title, but I can also not see it. And I think no longer with the championships going into WrestleMania, Liv is going to win the chamber. I could see maybe Raquel and Liv versus Damage Control of Io and Dakota Kai at WrestleMania. I could see that going on. That then begs the question, who's going to win? Who's going to win this match for Rhea Ripley? We got then Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is my dark horse pick. I could see Alexa Bliss winning. I really could. In that, she had this huge pop at the Royal Rumble. Her return was a big deal. Alexa Bliss has been gone for 2 years, and I know we have a lot of new wrestling fans since she's been gone, so a lot of people are like, what's the big deal with Alexa Bliss? The thing is, she is a big deal. She's been women's champion multiple times and has carried the division. She rose up along the ranks of Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and those two seem to always get like the credit of the women's revolution, but Alexa Bliss low-key made a name for herself and built a huge resume during that rise of the women's division as well. And I think Alexa Bliss, people are sleeping on right now in that they could let her win. They could pull a Jey Uso, somebody that's just staring us right in the face, someone that the fans really love, someone who has all the credentials to go to that main event, and yet we're overlooking because of whatever reason. We're thinking, oh, could be Liv, could be Bianca, we could, and we're just overlooking Alexa Bliss. And they haven't really done much with Alexa Bliss since her return, other than like a backstage promo here and there, and she won her qualifying match. So what if they're going to just sneakily put her in play, and it'll be like kind of Jey Uso, a shock win, but when you think about it, it's like, yeah, that does make sense actually. So Alexa Bliss is my dark horse pick, but she's not my actual pick. She's like my second pick. Liv Morgan might be my second pick. I don't know. Dark horse. It's a dark horse. She's a dark horse pick, so you don't have to say what rank she is. It's just like I'm not discounting the Alexa Bliss issue here. Plus she has something going on with the Wyatt Six. What if the Wyatt Six kind of help her against Rhea Ripley? Rhea Ripley's this overpowered babyface. Well, if she has the power of the Wyatt Six behind her, well, maybe. And Nikki Cross and her, well, they were tag team champions and friends before, so I could see it. But that said, my actual winners is going to be either Naomi or Bianca Belair. Those two have a storyline built in right now. What if Naomi and Bianca are the final two participants? Here we've got tag team friends, and now they have to fight. There's no recourse. There's no one else to fight. It has to be them, one of them, and they go at it. And this could be like reminiscent of when Kofi Mania kind of started, in that Kofi had a great showing in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm thinking Naomi has this great showing in the Elimination Chamber, and we're all for it. We're all rooting for Naomi. We think that this might be her time, but we all still like Bianca too, because Bianca's awesome. They're fighting, they're going back and forth, and then Jade Cargill comes out, because we have this ever-looming presence of who did it. And Jade Cargill comes out, and she's yelling, it wasn't Liv or Raquel. She somehow gets into the Elimination Chamber, right? Maybe they let her in. Maybe Bianca lets her in because she wants to hear her out. And so she comes in, and then she socks Naomi. And Bianca's like, wait, what? And Jade's like, she did it. And Bianca's shocked, but not shocked enough to cover her for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Bianca wins. She goes to WrestleMania to fight Io or Rhea, which it'll be Rhea, and then we have Jade and Naomi start their program, because it was Naomi who did it all along. And basically Naomi did it because she was jealous and she wanted career advancement. But yeah, we finally pay off everything right here, and we have like 5 or 6 minutes of Naomi and Bianca until Jade comes in, and then boom, everything explodes, and we have our match up set. And yeah, so there you go. Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania, and Bianca versus Rhea. And if you want to be in contention for a championship like Bianca will be after she wins, well, you could win this belt right here. Or I got others to choose from. I'm giving away a replica, not toy, championship belt once I hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'm almost there. But how do you win it? Do you have to go to Toronto and fight in the Elimination Chamber? No, you do not. Although that would be sweet and amazing. You'd probably die though. Without the proper training, I don't recommend the Elimination Chamber. I'm assuming most of you don't have the proper training. I know I don't, but I could be a good manager. I'd be your manager. You'll die though in the Elimination. Getting off the point, how do you win this title? All you gotta do is comment, we're gonna subscribe, we're gonna hit the bell notification, and then let's do a thumbs up just for fun, just for giggles. Ha ha ha. Giggling for that thumbs up, you can win this belt. 10,000 subscribers, no joke. Trying to quit the day job and produce wrestling content full time. Please help me out. I promise you, I'll be the people's champion when it comes to YouTube content. I'll do it all the time. time. All right, next match, we're going to go with Kevin Zayn versus Sami Owens. I really think that a lot of people are just kind of like not focused on the gravity of this match. I think this match is going to be insane. I think it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be spectacular in all the gruesome and like god-awful, kind of ways. We are going to be wincing. We're going to be covering our eyes. These two are going to go at it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been friends for a very long time. They have rose up together, and through the years, they've had many, many wars and battles, and I think they know that the WWE audience has seen this many, many times. And I'm not just talking on the independent scene. I'm just talking in WWE in general. They have fought many times, and so, like, how are they going to one-up it? They are setting themselves up with very high expectations when it comes to a unsanctioned match, and I think they are going to do everything in their power to meet those expectations. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn very much pride themselves in their craft. They do not wrestle for just merely a paycheck. I mean, obviously they wrestle for a paycheck. I mean, I do YouTube for fun and enjoyment, but I want a paycheck out of it just like they do as well. How awesome is it for them to be able to do what they love and make money off it? What I kind of want to do too as a YouTube content creator. But that said, I think those two are going to kill each other. They're going to go all out to show that this here match might be their most epic of all time. I think they're going to do everything in their power to prove that they've got something left to show the world when it comes to those two fighting. They are going to put their bodies and lives on the line, and I really, really hope they don't do something too dangerous. I'm afraid they're gonna. I'm afraid they're going to try to top everything they've ever done. And I've seen them I've literally seen them have a fight where it's two ladders and then like a ladder bridge where Kevin Owens then a small package pile drives Sami Zayn while on that ladder bridge. I'm not sure if I explained that correctly, if you understand what I'm talking about, but it was insane. And I think they're going to try to top that. Like, no joke. This is going to be a match. I don't know if there'll be blood, but there's definitely going to be potential broken necks. And I'm hoping I just hope they have fun. I just hope they be safe. Oh man, I'm really worried about them. I'm really worried about their health, and I don't think people are even thinking about it. I think everybody's just like, is Cody going to sell his soul? Well, we're worried about Cody's soul, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to murder each other. This could be a double murder. And, yeah, I don't know. I think Sami will win, though. When it's all said and done, if Sami is still alive, I think Sami is going to be the winner. And the reason why I say that is simple. Randy Orton's going to come back and cost Kevin Owens the match. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Almost said path, didn't say path. Learned my lesson. I'm finally actually saying road. Took me about 10 weeks, but I'm here. Road to WrestleMania. We are on that road to WrestleMania, and Kevin Owens is probably going to fight Randy Orton. And so, yeah, I could see Randy costing the match at the last minute after like a 20 to 30 minute just battle. Sami will win because of an RKO out of nowhere, and there you have it. So now we have one more match before the men's elimination chamber, and that will be Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton versus Nia and Candice LeRae. This is such a nothing throwaway match. I'm sure it's great for Trish to come back out of retirement in front of her home crowd. I'm sure it's great for Candice to be wrestling in a match. I'm not discounting how awesome it is for these women. I mean, Tiffany gets to fight alongside maybe one of her idols, heroes. I don't know, whatever the case may be. I don't care about this match at all. If there was ever a bathroom break, it's this. I apologize to them. They're excellent athletes, but the buildup has been so-so. It's kind of just out of nowhere. I could see Charlotte costing Tiffany the win here just to spice up their feud, but I don't think it'll really matter. In reality, I'm just going to go with Trish and Tiffany winning, with Trish getting the hometown pop and Tiffany building that wins for her title reign before she goes actually into her actual proper program with Charlotte Flair. So yeah, this match, yeah, I'm not invested in it at all. And I hope Nia, after this, I hope she goes away for a little bit. She's been doing the greatest work of her career, but I think they're relying too much on her, and she's like, I don't know. I would like to see maybe Nia return around SummerSlam time, and maybe she just go away for a little bit. They ruined her title reign, and they heat her up after she lost. I don't get it. This is like, I don't know. Let's just move on. Tiffany, Trish, they're your winners. The Rock and Cody, this is not a match, but it is a segment, and we get the final answer for the final boss, and I believe that Cody is not going to give his soul. He's not going to reach in, pull out his soul, and give it to The Rock. He's not going to do it physically or metaphorically. He's going to say, no, Rock, I'm not going to be your corporate champion. I think The Rock's going to get mad at that and go on and find somebody that's already in the Elimination Chamber. If he can't have a corporate champion in Cody Rhodes, well, you know what? Then he will kill Cody Rhodes. He will destroy Cody Rhodes. He will undo Cody Rhodes. He offered him the world, and he dare refuse the final boss. Well, the final boss is not going to take that lightly. He'll give that offer to someone else, and he will destroy Cody in the process. So for the segment, for this long drawn out, probably 45-minute segment, probably 25-minute segment of we're friends, you're the champion, friends, champion. End of the day, Cody says no. So now we're at the men's elimination chamber. Like I said, I've already done a video on it. I did a video on it like a couple days ago about, if The Rock is looking for a champion, who would win the chamber. And I've also done a video on who I believe has the best chances to become The Rock's corporate champion when Cody says no. All that said, I'll go over the men's chamber real quick, and chances. Logan Paul not winning. Logan Paul is here to jump off the top of the cage and have a viral moment. He's going to put like a dash cam on his head and jump onto everybody. After that, if he's lucky, a program will start somewhere. I think a program with Damian Priest would be the best program. Damian Priest doesn't seem to have any direction. The fans are kind of still deciding whether they should cheer or boo the guy. So give him Logan Paul at WrestleMania. They'll all cheer Damian Priest there. And Damian Priest has proven that he can fight celebrities, Bad Bunny, and pull a great match out of them. So what if we had Logan Paul pin Damian Priest? Damian Priest, as he celebrates, Logan Paul's mad. Before he's let out of the cage, he brass knuckles Damian Priest behind his head, and then Damian Priest gets pinned almost immediately. That can set up a feud with those guys at WrestleMania. Now we have 4 left. We have Seth Rollins, we have Drew McIntyre, we have CM Punk, and John Cena. My pick was CM Punk to win this before The Rock got involved. Now that The Rock is looking for a corporate champion, I don't think it's going to be CM Punk. I know a lot of people are saying it's got to be CM Punk. He's going to sell his soul for that main event. I don't think so. Not yet. CM Punk has gone on record saying that I fear victories, because every time I win and I accomplish a goal, well, that means I have less goals to accomplish. And once I'm done accomplishing goals, well, then why am I wrestling? So if CM Punk main events WrestleMania this year, well, then he has nothing to fight for next year. Get what I'm saying? So I think CM Punk is not gonna win and not be the corporate champion. Maybe one day, but not yet. So if CM Punk's not gonna win, we got 3 left. Seth Rollins, no. He did a great job with his promo on Cody Rhodes. He actually sold the corporate champion promo better than The Rock did. After Monday Night Raw, and I saw Seth Rollins plead with Cody not to give in, not to sell his soul, not to become a corporate champion, I was more invested after the Seth Rollins promo than I was with The Rock promo. The Rock just droned on, and I love The Rock, and usually I would love him to drone on, but not last Friday. That was just weird, selling your soul. Come on, just spell it out for us. Peons, I want you to be my corporate champion regardless. Seth Rollins, just don't see it happening. Plus, he has a built-in program with Roman Reigns, and we need that to happen. Who's Roman going to fight if he's not fighting Seth Rollins or for a championship? So Seth Rollins, he gets pinned. Now it's Drew and John Cena. John Cena, this would be his final Elimination Chamber ever. It's his 9th Elimination Chamber. He's tied for the most with Triple H. Should he win and go to WrestleMania and main event is final WrestleMania? No. I don't see it happening. The only way I see it happening is if John Cena goes to WrestleMania and they tease the idea throughout the entire build that John Cena is going to actually side with The Rock and become heel, corporate Cena on his final farewell tour, and then at the last second in the main event of WrestleMania, Cody turns on John Cena and actually does join The Rock, and it's all been a ruse, and Cody did sell his soul. That's the only way John Cena wins. Otherwise, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is the guy. Drew McIntyre is going to sell his soul to The Rock and do what's best for Drew McIntyre and become the corporate champion, going to WrestleMania and fighting Cody Rhodes. I could see it. I could see Drew McIntyre. He's able to do anything, really. He could stand next to The Rock, justify things, be on social media, just be everywhere, and not really fully get eclipsed by The Rock. And he knows when to be silent, when to talk. Anybody's going to be eclipsed by The Rock. Even Roman Reigns was eclipsed by The Rock last year. So I'm not saying that he won't be eclipsed by The Rock, but when The Rock's not around, he can step up and show out. And I think Drew McIntyre, he can say whatever he wants. About the bloodline. Well, what about the bloodline? Isn't he a bloodline hunter? He can easily write that off. Just like he just like flippantly said, whatever, Drew, Jimmy Uso beat me. Great job, Jimmy. He was just so condescending that the Jimmy victory on SmackDown meant nothing. He can easily say, oh yeah, I don't like the bloodline, but you know what? I like money better. I'm doing what's best for business, my family, whatever the case may be. The bloodline can be whatever they want. Roman can have his Ulafala. I'm going to have the world title. I'm going to have the backing of The Rock. I'm going to be the face of the company. Good for you, Roman. You've got your Ulafala. So there you go. We could have Drew McIntyre become the corporate champion, and I believe that Drew wins the Elimination Chamber and goes to WrestleMania. So those are my thoughts. What are yours? Please let me know your predictions for the Elimination Chamber in the comments below, and you get a chance to win a belt. Boys, girls, have yourselves a great night. I'll see you for SmackDown, and then I will see you for the Elimination Chamber on Saturday. Have yourselves a great day.